Fantastic, Alberto. You have now officially completed the 16-week stubborn fat shredding program. For everyone out there, number one, how much weight did you lose in 16 weeks? This is the big number that we've been waiting for. Do you know?
53 pounds.
Incredible. 53 pounds in 16 weeks. That is nothing to scoff at. And let me ask you this. Are you hungry?
No,
Are you tired?
no, nope.
Yes, man. And goes to show that once you just have the science right and you're just doing like the basics and just following the stubborn fat training program, you can hit your goals very easily. So first of all, introduce yourself to everyone.
My name is Alberto Rivera, and I started with you 16 weeks ago, and I'm super happy. I'm really super happy with the results. I mean, 53 pounds in 4 months. It's crazy. I really never thought I could do that. I was not expecting that in any way. I'm really happy.
Amazing, man. And let me ask you this, like what drew you to joining the program in the first place?
It was you, man. I mean, I could see there was experience behind, what you were offering, and there was definitely value behind what you were offering. And uh it felt very different from everything else I've tried in the past, and different trainers, different people that try to help with dieting and food and whatnot. Uh but it was very, very different what you brought to the table, and yeah, that was it.
Amazing, man. And just for the people out there who don't know, they're seeing us for the first time. What was the specific problem you wanted to solve?
It was losing weight, obviously, but it was not having the right tools or the right steps on how to do it exactly. I had some idea based on like different videos or different people that tried to help me in the past, but putting all that together in a very simple way to follow, for me to hit that goal, and seeing that number drop consistently on a weekly basis. So it was lacking that structure and that guidance that you gave.
Amazing. And how's like the weight that you're trying to lose impacting your life before we work together? And how would you have felt, let's say that never changed?
It would have been very bad. I mean, I was over 300 pounds, right? And it just got very, very uncomfortable. Simple things like breathing, just getting down, tie my shoes, and even in the shower, just moving around was very, very uncomfortable. And even spending time with my family, just going to amusement parks and not being able to write stuff because I can't fit.
Mm,
Uh, and now, I mean, I just went recently. I was able to ride every single ride. It just the little things, man.
yeah.
And it feels so good. And it's like I still remember just riding in the middle of the ride, and I'm thinking, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I stick to my diet. This is why I stick to my workout. It was a totally different feeling, man, and it felt great.
Yes, man. And I remember when we were speaking, you were on the fence and was literally this a very video like this where I showed you someone else who had a similar impact. And I felt like that was probably the video that convinced you, like, okay, for sure, this is what I need to do, right?
It definitely helped too. It definitely helped. Just seeing that somebody else was able to do it. I said if that person did it, what's stopping me from doing it? Uh, so that really just gave me that final push that I needed.
And if you could quantify three things where you could say undoubtedly these three things impacted you the biggest, what would that be in this entire transformation?
As far as what you're offering, or
Right, like the things we did together. What are the three things we did together that had the biggest impact on you?
uh, habits, definitely a habit around dieting. Uh, so it got very, very easy and pretty flexible too for me. So building that habit,
Mm.
understanding the routines and the why behind exercise, and what kinds of exercise and the quantities and whatnot. And third, that accountability. Like for me, I think I was pretty consistent in my results, but even when we stumble a little bit on that week, it's like, all right, let's get back in the horse, let's I have that accountability and that energy from you as well that really helped when I needed it. So yeah, the dieting, the workout, and the accountability.
Amazing. And when we talk about accountability, we're mainly talking about which factors that we used.
Through our messaging too, it's that follow up and that motivation and that positive attitude. I still remember the first 4 you ever sent, like let's go, let's do it. I like that. I really like that. It really helped. And just the fact that I can message you anytime, is like super helpful.
Mm.
Any questions or whatnot. So that really helped.
I'll also say, like, for me as a coach personally, I loved like our conversations over Zoom, just like this, man. Um, the reason I do this is more so like the energy I get from the people I work with, especially you, because you're out there and the people you're closely working with. I say to people all the time, I work with my clients more than I with my friends, and maybe my clients are my friends. So it's fantastic to like chat to you almost on a weekly basis, just to say, hey, how's everything going? Seeing fantastic results. And even so, like, even if we're seeing fantastic results, how can we be better? Like, to me, I felt that was massive. So let me ask you, what if you could describe what was the results you achieved working with me like?
Uh, I've never had similar results in the past, and not even close. Like maybe the closest thing I've been able to achieve with other trainers or other coaches was about half of that weight, and I put it up, I put it back very quickly right after that. So it's a totally new me. I've learned things about me that I didn't even know
Mm.
were there that I could do. Even just when I'm at the gym lifting, it's like I never thought I'll be lifting this heavy, or I never thought I'll be this consistent on my dieting, or I never thought I'll be eating hamburger as part of my dieting. It just little things like that I never knew were possible, and I did here with you.
Yes, man. And a lot of people, like, their fear is like, man, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna regain the weight after. Do you feel like that's gonna happen to you?
No, no, no. Uh, Far from that. No.
Amazing. And let's I like to do this little game. I'm going to say three things and you just finish the sentence, right?
Okay.
So it's I almost didn't join because of one, two, and three. What are the three reasons why you almost didn't join?
Mm, Honestly, I think it was price
Mm.
at first. Um, not I knew about you and I watched multiple videos, but I honestly I didn't know you, right?
Right, right.
Initially. So it's like not knowing who I'm working with or what exactly are you about in great amount of detail. And just the fact that I've tried similar things in the past, and I'm thinking, this is probably just the same thing again. So fear of falling back in the same.
Mm. And on that point with the price, because I think that's what holds people back a lot, of course. Now knowing what you know, how do you feel about that with that investment that you made? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I would do it again. In fact, I'm ready to do it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's people get stuck on a number, but it's far beyond that. It's really the value that you bring, and like I said, just the little things. Me riding a ride and just smiling, almost in tears, because I'm thinking, shit, this would have not been possible had I not done this, and stuck to this. At that point, I'm not thinking about that number. It's like it is what it is. That it's the value that this guy brings to the table and just changing my life. I would pay whatever for that.
And that's amazing, man. And like I say this all the time with all the people I work with. Number one, kudos to you, because I say this all the time with the people I speak with. The hardest part is like starting, is making that decision. So kudos to you for making that decision. And then the second hardest part is just doing what you're supposed to do, right? So kudos to you. You're the one who went to the gym. You did all the work. Granted that I knew, like in my hearts of hearts, like, and I always feel this way that the person should just execute. And you did it so well. You were super responsive. You were very open to suggestions. You were very willing to like learn. And like the 53 pounds speak for itself. And what I also like about what we did, especially which was really unique, our changes weren't dramatic because we nailed it from the beginning, right? And then when we had to make changes, it was slight, right? According to the science, as the body changes, like what you're doing should change. Let me ask you this: what was, like, if you could say, your absolute favorite part about working with me and Sculpt by Science?
I mean, I really, really like the gym now. Like it's just to a different level.
Yeah.
I crave it. Right now I'm doing 5 days a week. Uh, Even on those 2 rest days, like I crave it. It's like I can't stay in the house. I gotta go. I gotta go. I hate the gym. But it's just the discipline that you helped me create through our program. Uh, Specifically around that, like that, I consider that now part. It's my life. All this, like the habits around dieting and the workouts, that is who I am now.
Mm.
Is not just part of a program anymore. It's not do this and you'll get that. No, this is who I am now. It's life changing.
And I love why that you say that. Since we started working together, I've tried to understand, like, really see and write out the steps of what we do. And I've now called it myself. I call it like the DNA sequence. And the idea behind it is, like, we all have our individual DNA, right? That makes you Alberto, makes me Mike. And I feel that with what we do, we figure out what your DNA is, like what is your makeup. And then that's the diagnosis, which we do through our initial call, and then our calls in the chat, we diagnose. And then the N in DNA is the nutrition. It's like figuring out what works for Alberto, the burgers, being able to eat meals that doesn't feel too restrictive, to allow it to like adapt to the rest of your life. Because if you just don't find the nutrition plan that is for Alberto, let's say I didn't give you the burgers, I didn't give you all that other stuff, but I just gave you chicken, broccoli, and rice. That was following your macros. What's that likelihood of success? It's just so much lower. And then the final part of DNA is the application, which includes the training plan that you love doing. When you're finally able to make this lifestyle a part of you, and it's just what you do now, it's just like brushing your teeth, or like it's like you watching Game of Thrones. That is when you achieve success, because now it's just like, man, with or without Mike, this is what I'm going to do, which is what we're here for, which makes me super happy to hear. And then, if for anyone out there, if you could recommend this to a type of person, who would you recommend it to?
I think the general answer is everybody. I guess to a point, everybody has to create that lifestyle, and we all have different numbers, different body compositions, and everybody's different, obviously, and they have different goals. But I think to a point, just having that healthy lifestyle that you help create and develop really applies to everybody. So yeah, everybody.
Alberto, you're a legend. I appreciate you. I will cut this interview here for anyone who's like looking to hear more and so on. Now, me and Alberto are going to get back to business. We're going to chat about what the future looks like, which we're very excited for. Yeah, Alberto, thank you so much for like even just taking the time, willing to share like your story with it. And man, I think we're just in chapter 1, if I'm honest. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yep,
Yes,
I agree.
yes, sir. Awesome. Cheers, everyone. I'll just stop there. Alberto, then we'll go through it together. That's awesome to hear. 53 pounds. I saw the new weigh-ins, which